All right, all right. Welcome to the ATC Fly Guy live stream. We are up and in the Cessna Skyhawk 172 here at Greensboro, North Carolina, KGSO. We're getting ready to do a quick hop over to Carthage, North Carolina. BQ1 is its identifier. And it's a very, very popular spot to go for not the $100 burger, but the $100 barbecue. So we here in the South enjoy our barbecue. So it's a pretty unique place that here locally, regionally, a lot of people fly to. It's a very popular spot. It's a small airfield though, and I've never flown there before, not even in real life. So we're gonna find out what that's like. So as I said, we're on the ground here. We got the Skyhawk. I spent quite a while trying to set this up just to get like actual weather to appear and not just to be completely clear skies, which is definitely not at Greensboro today. Right now, the latest Greensboro METAR, according to ForeFlight anyway. Let's see what they got. Is showing broken at 800. So it's technically IFR at the airport. This does not look like broken at 400 to me. And also broken at flight level 250. So maybe that's kind of what we're seeing. That looks VFR to me, though. So we're going to make it happen. One of the rare cases where the altimeter in the sim is actually pretty darn close to what it is in real life. The METAR says 299.6. It's showing 299.7 in the sim. So we'll go with that. We will say that is good. It's about as close as we're going to get. All right, so take that yoke off. We're going to go ahead and flip on the battery because we're going to try to set up a little bit of our flight plan and everything before we get the engine started. So waste a little less fuel. To the flight plan page we go, and we're going to start putting in our current location, which is, again, one of those unrealistic features that you have to do in flight sim. You would not have to do this with the GNS 530 in real life. It would know where you are after it. Like, it didn't take any time to calibrate or anything, so you know that it's really not working like a real GNS would. All right, so we hit enter there, and Greensboro is our departure airfield, and let's go ahead and turn that. And so now we got to get a little. This is fancy here. I've not gone here before, so we're going to set this up for the first time, trying to see if it can be as realistic as possible. There it goes. Gillum McConnell Airfield, Carthage, North Carolina. That's what we're looking for. BQ1. And since we're going VFR today, that's all we need. There we go. A lot of people ask if you should just do this in the menus at the beginning, the flight planning. It's not very realistic. You're not going to arrive at your plane with the flight plan already being inserted into your GNS, so that just doesn't make sense. Okay, so we've got that in there. We've got, let's go ahead and put the comms on 122.8 for Unicom on VATSIM. Switch that over, and everything else doesn't really matter because we're going to go GPS. Okay. So we can go ahead and turn the avionics buses off. And we got the battery on. We're going to do, let's see, turn alternator on. We're going to do a quick start up here. Parking brake set. Clear prop. This guy right here is going to get a real surprise. Let's see what we got here. Phone over. Can't open the windows in this aircraft. That's the default 172. This is not the glass cockpit version. I can't stand that thing. All right, so we're going to give it a little pump in there. Bring this to about 95, 96. That's fine. All right, I'm going to turn on the beacon. Let everybody know we're about to provide some power to the aircraft here. All right, and here we go. Oh, one thing we always got to do is make sure that thing's pressed in because it doesn't seem to do it by default. Good start. All right, back to the both position. All right. Bring it up to about 1,000 RPM. And we'll wait and see the indicators down here kind of get up into the green. We're looking for a good vacuum, which we won't really see until the engine's really running up at high RPM. And we're coming up in the green in oil, pressure, and temperature. It's going to take a little bit. See the temperature slowly coming up. Half fuel on both tanks, about 14 gallons in either tank. And low fuel flow. Okay. All right, so now that that's all on, we're going to turn on the buses. All right, so we've got the beacon on. Excellent. No ATC on for VATSIM right now. Going to go ahead and turn on. All right, the autopilot's coming up. Turn on our transponder. Okay, all autopilot's good. GPS nav is selected. Yeah, you don't want to walk that close to my prop, really. Bad idea. Oh, just go walk right through the tug. It's cool. Yeah, that won't ruin your day at all. Okay. So we're going to do a quick little run up here on the ramp since there's nowhere to, not really, actually we can go out to the runway and we'll do it there. Okay, so release that parking brake. A little bit of throttle here. Now normally this will start rolling probably around 900 to 1,000 RPM, but you got to give it a little bit more juice in this aircraft. All right, we're turning right because I just feel really bad about taxing right through that tug. Like it really takes off when you're at this RPM setting. It's one of the big criticisms of the aircraft in here. It's it is a lot less twitchy now. That was good. The latest patch, fixing up some things. Oh, hello truck. Okay, I like the way it's taxiing right now. All right, we're gonna get ourselves out of this ramp here. Kilo 1. One thing the sim really needs to fix is its taxiway signs too. It doesn't have any idea what the actual like real life taxiway identifiers are. All right, into the movement area we go. A hard time getting this thing to turn left. There we go. Rudder pedals are kind of in a weird spot under my desk. Hey, there's something that hasn't been fixed. So we got lights in the center of taxiways. Definitely some left-hand turn tendency here on the ground handling. All right, I just realized you can't hear anything. How about now? What is going on? All right, I gotta change the routing here. Go XLR failing me here a little bit. There it goes. Now you're hearing what I'm hearing. Okay, we are screaming at like 27 knots there. All right, bringing back the RPMs a little bit here. I'm taxiing like garbage right now. For the most part, once you get this thing rolling, it's really easy to idle taxi. Got the right rudder in. Terminal is still huge. Something they got to fix with it. Jeez Louise, the taxiing handling is just bad. Let's slow it down a little bit. There we go. Once you get going fast, it just takes off. There we go. Things clearing up here in Greensboro. It's going to be a nice VFR day. It is definitely cloudier than this out the window. Still some moisture on the ground from some early morning rain that we got today. Alright, since we cut the power, we are really crawling now. Or the cargo facility here, UPS DHL on the left. UPS here, DHL there. This is supposed to be the big FedEx sort facility, but it's a lot taller than that in real life. There isn't really a sim that gets that right, as far as I can tell. This right here is a Samaritan's Purse hangar, and that's actually a fire department over there, not a hangar. That's the new fire department. Going straight. Okay. Samaritan's Purse is actually moving their hangar from here to the other side of the field, way over there. And this will be moved as well. This is the rental car return facility. Alright, we're slowing to a crawl. Let's get the RPM up a little bit. Can't not wait for that honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant to come out, because it stinks not having a throttle quadrant and having this really nice yoke. Okay, back down on the RPM. I'd probably get failed in a check right here for this taxiing job I'm doing. It's easy to get distracted while taxiing too. I mean, it's also easy to get kind of tunnel vision and just like lock onto that yellow line, which you don't really absolutely need to do. 17 knots, 16, okay, good. I'm into a more manageable range here now. This is something easy to do. It's really easy to think, oh, the taxiway keeps going, so that means the runway end is way down there, but it's not. It's right here. This is Kilo 6 coming up, and aircraft in real life miss this all of the time. Alright, so I'm going to do something here. There's a line here that I'm not supposed to cross for security purposes. I'm going to come out over here and turn, because it's customary to kind of leave some room. There's no real run-up area here, but like I said, we're not going to depart first, and I don't know if anybody else is coming. Nobody else is coming currently, so we're stopped here, idling. Pop that speed brake back on. Here we go. But we're going to leave room for anybody else that's taxiing in to go ahead of us while we do our run up here at the runway. Okay, so we are throttled back. I'm going to take it and go up to about 2200 RPM. Actually, we'll just do about 1800 for the run up. Alright, first things first, check that everything's still in the green. Fuel flow is in the green, EGT, that's not going to be a factor for us right now. Temperature in the green, fuel pressure in the green, the vacuum is in the green, and our amps are ampering. So we're going to go ahead and do our bus check, our magneto check. Go over to the right only. See the drop in RPM there, back to both. And left only, the small drop in RPM, back to both, and it goes right back up again. That's good. Okay, we got fuel is selected both in this aircraft. We don't have to worry about changing the fuel selector at all. And all the instruments are alive and correct. Heading bug. We're going to set our heading bug to a 170 to start with. Okay, and alright, we're satisfied with how that went. Back to idle. Looking around, don't see any traffic coming. Something I've been wondering about. Still doesn't seem to be working right. It's the transponders on the panel squawking mode C. It's squawking altitude right now, but in the app it's not showing that. Alright, so we got mode C enabled. in the vPilot app. So we'll do a .sq2200 just a test here. Oh, it did change it. There we go. Okay, so that's working. There it goes. Okay, so that's working appropriately. Might have to do a vPilot update here eventually. Okay. So we will turn on our nav lights only. We don't need the rest of this. It's beautiful daytime right now. Fuel pump, we're going to turn that on. Don't use that during takeoff. Okay. Off come the brakes. It's kind of strange that we're treating this as an uncontrolled field right now. Greensboro is never uncontrolled. Come on, give me the juice to start rolling. There we go. Check kilo again. It's clear. Alright, check down final. It's good. And we're going to pull up here. So we're going to do 1 notch flaps for takeoff. Let's do a normal takeoff here. Uh-oh. Whew, what was that? Scared me. Does not appear there's anybody on final. Runway looks unoccupied. We'll see as we get on it. Greensboro traffic. Skyhawk 17 Foxtrot Golf on the ground at Greensboro. Departing runway 23 left to the southeast. Greensboro traffic. Okay, so we've made our traffic call on Unicom. Sure we are set on Unicom. Yep. 22.8. Alright. 4 flight tells us we're on 23 left. There we go. Tells us our feet remaining on the runway. And swinging the aircraft around here. Come on. A little accidentally engaged the toe brake there, which stopped us. Alright, runway appears clear, and away we go. Full throttle. A little bit of left rudder. Left rudder, left rudder. There we go. Get the speed up. Come on. Stay in the center. There we go. It's nice to be off the runway lights, too. I'll shred your tires. Alright, and 65. Pulling back. There we go. Airborne. Trim it up a little bit here. Very nice. About 500 feet per minute. I'm off the rudder pedals. Alright, there's 400. Go flaps up. Hold that nose back. So we accelerate. And I'm going to start the turn. Standard rate turn. There we go. Gonna try to climb out about 75 knots. Up to 5,500 and rolling out on 170. That is a view right there. The tank farms here on Market Street. Got Sheets right there. Rio Grande, great Mexican food. Alright, so we're coming left a little bit further now. I'm going to try to join up on our course, our magenta line. the autopilot. We're going nav mode here. That take over. Now, weird things happen with altitude when you turn this on. There we go. Okay, so right now it's going to level us off, which is not really what we want. I'm going to start getting us up 700 feet per minute to 5,500, and it does this. This can really mess with your speed because it goes crazy. It starts to hone in on 700 feet per minute, overcompensates a lot. See all the action on the turmoil. That's just not realistic, but we're getting there. Probably going to porpoise for a little bit. Okay, there we go. So the speed's up still. I'm going to start messing with the mixture. Doesn't like to be 100% for some reason. 100% does not seem to do well. Alright, on course. Check our distance to go. We got about 46 miles. This is a very popular cross-country destination, too, because of the it's a little over 50 miles. We got going. Aloha, we have a C1 checkout happening at Honolulu Center right now. That's awesome. Wish we could go join them. Looking out the window, which is where this sim really shines. You got downtown Greensboro out there to the left. Greensboro Hilton. Not Hilton, it's got a co-pilot in here. Hey, buddy. Sheridan, I think it is. Anyway, it's a Corey Convention Center. Right there. Downtown Greensboro. Nice green day. Alright, coming through 4,300. This thing is just screaming. Nice little tailwind too. You can tell it's 114 knots. It says it's supposed to be about a 10 knot tailwind, I think, at altitude, 5,500. 12 knot tailwind. Yeah. Nice view out there. Coming up on 5,000. Should get a nice push once we level out here. The eye on the mixture here as we're climbing pretty quick, so I want to make sure that getting our best engine performance. Looks good. $5,300. It starts to level us off here. Flaps are up. I really didn't do a proper run up, didn't do control surfaces and all that, so my apologies. Have to get better about that. Alright, getting ready to level off at 5,500. A little hazy out today. Otherwise, a nice clear VFR day. Little couple puffies ahead of us, but nothing to worry about. Or to the left. Definitely the higher altitude stuff. Alright, we're at 55. We're going to start seeing a nice increase to airspeed. So we're doing 135 now. We're going to start pulling the RPMs back. Affect airspeed a little bit here as we're slowing down to closer to 100 knots indicated, which right now has got us at a ground speed of 125, 124, which is still pretty respectable. So we are basically pretty leaned out here. Get right about 2200 RPM. I think we nailed it there. 120 knots over the ground. Autopilot's doing its porpoising thing. I really hope they fix that. Beautiful greenery out here in central North Carolina. That spy doesn't even know where BQ1 is. Just over the border of Greensboro approach control. It's like right in just a few miles, like maybe like 7 or 8 miles into Fayetteville approaches airspace. In fact, so close that we usually don't even end up handing them off to Fayetteville. We just terminate them before they hit the boundary and go in on Unicom. Pull up the chart for BQ1. Does not make it very clear. This is just barely north of Southern Pines, by the way. Where am I supposed to go? Pick N Pig. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sundays from noon to 3. Cash only, no credit cards. That's something to make sure you know if you ever try to go there. You cannot pay with a credit card. I've been told that several times, and I don't ever travel with cash, so first time I go there in real life, I'm going to have to make sure I got some cash. Look at that. They really did a good job with color matching. Now, the problem we have here is we've got different seasons for this sort of the photo source here on Bing. You can see right here it's green, 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 and then it gets brown, 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 brown. Not sure if you can see that at all, really, but kind of different season sources, I think. Not a whole lot of brown over here. It's all green, right? Then over there it gets all brown. Difference of photos, different time of year. 30 miles out. Real interesting thing is going to be seeing if I can actually spot the field. God, these things bob up and down like crazy. No METARs there. Southern Pines showing IFR. .900 overcast. See 900 overcast out there? I don't. Might have to try that Rex Weather Force stuff. Cruising along, 118 knots, 27 miles to go. Siler City out to our left, ahead of us a little bit. Can't see much just yet. Guessing that's probably it out there. See, it looks like a Siler City airport. Sit that right there. Hard to tell. Kids. 22 miles. This is really a short hop. Not exactly sure what body of water this is. Alright, starting to get a little cloud cover here ahead of us, so I'm going to have to start down. Let's see how I can do this without messing it up too bad. Alright, that's not what we were looking for at all. Come on, come on. There we go. And we're gonna bring throttle back. 2,000 RPM. Cruise descent. Looking to get down to 2,500. Slip below these clouds here. Went up on 4,500. It's unclear exactly what altitude these clouds are at, so we're just gonna have to try to get. I got it set for 2,500. Looks like I might get us close to below these clouds. Said it was overcast down by Southern Pines, and as we get closer to it, we're starting to see that. About 7 minutes till destination, it says. Here on the 4 flight. Now I'm going to have to come left a little bit here. Go into heading mode. Try to avoid these wispies. As we get closer to there's a presidential TFR here tomorrow at Pope or Fayetteville. Nice. Anyway, as we get closer to Southern Pines, you really got to make sure you avoid the restricted area, which is our 5311. A, B, and C. So you come out of Southern Pines, and next thing you know, you're right smack dab in the face of a restricted area, as I have made the mistake of almost doing in real life, is flying through that by accident. So take it from me. Want to be careful. Alright, we'll try the direct-to-2 function here. It has not really worked all that well. Activate, and now we go back to nav. We should be direct. Yep, looks good. Right on that line. .5 to go. Looks like we're below those clouds now. Coming up on 2,700. Yeah, we're gonna be great. That was a good call. 2,500. Alright, checking the weather at Southern Pines. 250 at 7 is the wind, so at BQ1. Runway is 1331, so we're going to be looking for runway 31. Which will put it pretty much behind our right shoulder, so we definitely want to approach it from the left. Once we find it, that is, as it's 10 miles out still, so we got a ways to go. Checking the speed. Leveled off, which is good. And get us a little more power here. Back up 2,200, there we go. Mess with the mixture a little bit. Check fuel flow over here. Right there at 85, I think is good. That speeds us up to about 110 over the ground now. See how fast we're getting there. Oh, a little Aruba tower. Getting a little bit of a performance verification today. Guess it'll be a nice day to fly down there in the islands, the Caribbean. 7.3 miles. Should be able to see it somewhat shortly here. It's much like in real life, it can be really, really hard to find these airports. Good altitude. Now the field elevation is 445, so we'll call that about 500. So 1500 will be our pattern altitude, which we're 1,000 above right now. There are no instrument approaches. All right, less than 4 miles now. Looking for signs of an airport. Alright, so because of the runway orientation, I'm going to bring it left to 360. So disengage the nav portion of the autopilot. Wondering if this is it right here. I believe it is. Yeah, that's it down there. Okay. So I'm going to be landing to our right, off our right shoulder. So I'm going to come back to the left here a little bit, go to a 180. I'm going to try to cross midfield, and I'm going to start down pattern altitude. Okay, how about I'm just going to... Let's go manual here. Carthage traffic, Skyhawk 17 Foxtrot Golf, overflying the departure end for then our left downwind for runway 31, Carthage traffic. Alright, we're descending way fast. About to overfly. Okay. Stop descent right here. Good. I may end up coming back around here because this is... We are super fast. A teardrop here. It's first time here, so I don't want to get in there too quick, and I have not been flying the Skyhawk much lately. Alright, getting it trimmed out nicely. On. Or got the power back pretty good right now, so let's bump it up here. 2,000 RPM. There we go. Gets us in the white arc. Still doing a nice lazy right turn. Gonna tighten it up. There's a little over standard. Alright. Keep a lot of back pressure on that stick. Yoke. There we go. Some little altitude still. Come on, come on. Not easy to get these default planes trimmed out. Still standard right turn. There's the airport. Alright, we're in the white arc. I'm going to go. Get ready to do a notch of flaps here because we're not going to. It's a very short runway. We're not going to get a whole lot of time to slow it down. Oh, whoa, whoa. We are not in the white arc now. So we started a slow descent again. A little bit tighter on this turn. Actually, like right above the airport now, so we're going to have to come away here. Alright. Going to like 1,700 RPM in the white arc. Flaps. That nose up. Watch it slow down. About 75 knots. Good. And we'll under the base. Pitching for 75. Carthage traffic, Skyhawk 7, Foxtrot Golf, left base, runway 31. Carthage traffic. Alright, I'm doing a kind of a full circle here, so I'm gonna go flaps to 2 as we do this. And while we're slowing again, it should slow us to about 70. Alright, coming around to north, and we should start to see the airport. Yep, way overshot. Alright, 70, so altitude actually looks real good. Alright. Carthage traffic, Skyhawk 7, Foxtrot Golf, final runway 31, Carthage traffic. Full notch, full flaps now as we let the nose down a bit. Just gonna try, might have to add a little power. Gonna trim it up a little bit. Looking good. Looking good. Very nice. Alright, got the runway made over the fence. Down the pedals. Let the. Oh, we're fast. Lead off that speed. Oh. Little bounce. Come on, come on. Oh, stay on the runway, please. There we go. Alright. This is a tiny little runway, my goodness. Alright, well, we made it down. Question now is really, where do I go from here? Go park back over there, I guess. Flaps come up. It is difficult to turn this aircraft. Alright, we made it down. Carthage traffic, Skyhawk 7 Foxtrot Golf, off runway 31, and taxiing down Alpha, about to cross midfield to the Pick N Pig. My question is that the... Is that it over there? Man, these taxiways are small. I'm just gonna say that's it over there. That's just somebody's house is over there. Carthage traffic, Skyhawk 7 Foxtrot Golf crossing midfield over the runway to the north side. Not moving for some reason here. Oh, where's this guy going? So part of taxi. All right. Get some fuel here. It's always a good sign. See that window come up. And pull that mixture. All right, turn off that. I can turn that all the way off. Begin. All right. Aircraft is shut down. Parking brake set. All right. Go ahead and go enjoy our barbecue, which I'm sure is at one of these two places here. And we'll be right back with another flight. Thanks for joining us.